Road in southwest Missouri has produced so many crashes, and a church in Joplin opens its doors as a cooling center. KOAM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, residents on Baseline Boulevard in Missouri witnessed crash after crash. We take a look at why this road claims so many victims. Plus, working in the outdoors can take its toll this time of year. We have some advice from the experts on staying safe. And kids at Columbian Elementary in Carthage find a fun way to beat the heat.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The number of crashes seems to be increasing on a particularly dangerous road in Jasper County. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. From minor fender benders to head-on collisions, Baseline Boulevard in Jasper County has seen a number of accidents in recent years. While the history of incidents on the road is not unique, Tri-Cities Fire Protection District says it seems the number of accidents has increased. According to Tri-Cities Fire Chief Clayton Richardson, since 2021, 24% of total wrecks in the district occur on Baseline. 75% of those wrecks result in injury or fatality.
You see similar road conditions on other roads, but I believe that most of the time these accidents are caused, and the severity of accidents are caused due to the speed. People usually don't follow the speed limits. Unfortunately, we see a big increase with speed-related incidents, and cell phone usage is a big problem.
The intersection of Baseline and Highway 43 has been the scene of several serious accidents in recent years, including 2 in the past month. Chief Richardson says factors such as speed, staying off your cell phone, and paying attention to traffic signs are steps we all can take to increase safety on every road. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Of course, it's been hot and humid so far this week, and we really aren't going to see many changes as we go through the next few days. Hot, humid conditions continue for you. Temperatures stay 90 to about 92. Now, we could see a random storm over the next couple days, and next week, which is already the first week of July, cools down a little bit, but also the rain will start to pick back up. 91 for us today, 88 is that average, 100 is the record on the state, set back in 1954, one of our hottest summers of all time. Had a couple little guys out there earlier. Those are gone. Pretty quiet for us tonight as we back down low to mid 70s. Quick warm up near 90 again. Isolated thunderstorm possible as we go into Wednesday afternoon. I do think our chances a little bit higher on Thursday. We're going to talk about that here in a bit.
So then, for those who work outside in this heat, cooling off is a necessity. We caught up with a landscaping company in Joplin who face the sun head on and have some tricks up their sleeves when it comes to beating the heat.
We rarely say no, but if it's really hot, we just take a lot of extra precautions as a business as far as making sure there's water, making sure there's ice, making sure there's all those things, so ibuprofen or whatever we may need.
According to the Mayo Clinic, one sign of heat stroke is when the core body temperature reaches 104 degrees. If that happens, you should seek medical attention. As the temperature climbs, so does the need for shelter where people can escape from the heat. One option is the First Church of the Nazarene in Joplin. Opens its doors to anyone who needs relief when the heat index reaches 97 degrees. KOAM's Ty Parks paid a visit.
As the temperature rises, one Joplin church chooses to open its doors as a cooling center.
We've just seen a lot of tragic things come from the heat. We've had, last year we had 3 or 4 people had heat strokes. We actually lost somebody 2 summers ago from the heat, and God just put it in our heart to be able, to make sure that we are caring for those that, don't have a place.
Some cooling centers will not open their doors until triple-digit heat.
The reason we chose to do 97 degrees is because it is hot. It is hot. We see a lot of our folks that, that just walk over here from wherever they're staying just to get cooled off because it's so hot. And I just, it's the number that God gave us, and it's the number that we've run with, because I just feel like, at 100 degrees, even heat index, that's pretty warm.
The lead pastor tells us this mission aligns with what Christ has called them to do.
So we are, and I say this every time, we are called to love our neighbor. That means everybody. That means all people, even if whether they have a home or not. That means that we're called to love our neighbor. And so a part of that is making sure that we're taking care of those that can't take care of themselves at this time, and trying to help them, give them a hand up so that they can be more self-sufficient to take care of themselves. So it's just been our mission as a church since I've been in Joplin that we would go after those that are the least of these, and we're called to love the least of these, and so that's what we do.
In Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Joplin's First Church of the Nazarene is at 2124 Utica Street in Joplin. People who need a ride to the church should contact them. When the heat index reaches 97 degrees, the church provides shelter from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day but Sunday. On those days, it also serves lunch and dinner. The church relies on volunteers and donations to operate. You'll find a list of some of their specific needs on their Facebook page. Warmer temperatures didn't dry out the fun for some Carthage Elementary students today. Students at Columbian Elementary celebrated Water Day. Had kids enjoying time outside at various stations featuring water activities, ranging from water shooter target practice to jumping in sprinklers with the Carthage Fire Department. Principal says it's a great way to have kids be excited about summer school.
It's pretty great because sometimes we do activities that maybe not every kid really wants to participate in, but I've never had one time a kid that didn't want to participate in Water Day and any activities, and there's just smiles on everybody's faces when you walk around. The pictures are the best part afterwards.
School staff say Water Day has become an annual tradition that everyone looks forward to each summer. From garden to table faster than ever, Ozark Food Harvest new tools serve more neighbors in southwest Missouri. That's coming up. But first, a precarious ceasefire.
President Trump remains optimistic about the ceasefire between Israel and Iran after the agreement appeared to be on shaky ground. I'm Erica Brown in Washington with more on that and the high-stakes NATO summit getting underway.
President Trump is at The Hague for a two-day NATO summit. Erica Brown has more.
President Trump was greeted by the King and Queen of the Netherlands Tuesday evening, all part of the NATO summit the president is attending this week in The Hague. The summit comes just one day after President Trump announced a ceasefire in the war between Israel and Iran. On Tuesday morning, as the president departed for the Netherlands, the ceasefire appeared to be on shaky ground. The president, using profanity, was visibly frustrated.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
The Israeli-Iranian conflict and the president's decision to dispatch targeted bombers to Iran's nuclear sites over the weekend are expected to be among the topics of discussion at the two-day summit, along with Russia's war with Ukraine. Ahead of his arrival in Europe, the president posted a screenshot of a message from NATO's Secretary General congratulating him for decisive action in Iran, saying it was something no one else dared to do. Here on Capitol Hill, the classified briefings that were intended to provide members of Congress with details about the U.S. strikes on Iran were delayed, frustrating Democrats. And we're told the Senate briefing has been pushed to Thursday so the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense can participate. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer slammed the delay.
There is a legal obligation for the administration to inform Congress about precisely what is happening. What are they afraid of?
The White House says the delay was due to new circumstances following positive developments in the Middle East. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
Among those expected to brief members of Congress this week about Iran, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard. Authorities charge a Lamar, Missouri woman with multiple felonies in connection with allegations of assault on a child. Tina Fiala faces 2 counts of felony domestic assault, 1 count of felony endangering a child. According to court documents, officers responded to a home in Lamar regarding the missing child. This is the wrong graphic. There we go. Authorities found the child had a large bruise on his upper lip and red marks on his face and eyelid. Child said Fiala had hit him and he ran away from home because he was afraid she was going to drown him. He told officers Fiala turned on the bathroom sink and clogged the drain. He claims she then tried to placed that child's head under the faucet. Fiala remains in the Barton County Jail. Now, a former McDonald County Schools custodian charged in connection with a camera found in the girls' locker room at McDonald County High School. The man has requested a change of venue. Back in September, authorities charged Roger Copeland with multiple felonies, including felony sexual exploitation of a minor after discovering the camera in the girls' locker room. Copeland has requested a change of venue from McDonald County, and while the special prosecutor in the case did not object, both sides must agree on the location by the time Copeland appears in court on July 29th. Otherwise, a decision will be made that day. You can read more about the history of this case on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Missouri is scheduling its first execution of 2025. Lance Shockley was found guilty of first-degree murder in the death of Patrol Sergeant Dwayne Graham outside his home in Carter County in March of 2005. Testimony during the trial indicated Shockley killed Graham because he was investigating Shockley for involuntary manslaughter and leaving the scene of an accident. The execution is scheduled to be carried out on October 14th. Shockley's execution would be the first under Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. A little later, some super teachers from around Southwest Missouri get singled out for honors today in Webb City.
And it looks like the heat and the humidity sticking around. We're going to look at that coming up.
23.
Well, it turned out to be a hot and humid Tuesday for us today, as we are now late in June, believe it or not. But the allergies still kind of sticking around in the mid levels, mainly the grasses across the region, but mid levels for us today, mid once again as we go into tomorrow. Had a couple random little thunderstorms try to get going earlier this evening with the heating of the day. We had a few that rolled through southwestern Missouri. Besides that, it's been pretty quiet. All the action's been out to our west across central Kansas. Looks good. Nice shot. Indigo sky just west of Seneca, Missouri, but it's going to be pretty quiet as we go through the overnight hours. Temperatures upper 70s, still to lower 80s after 10 o'clock. So it's hot, it's humid, or warm and humid, uncomfortable. Look at our dew points, lower 70s. So when they get this high, what this means for you is it feels muggy to soupy. And that is what we are going to see once again as we go into the next couple days. The humidity may creep down just a hair, but still, look at this. Heat indices 85 to about 90 outside for us right now. All right, thunderstorms to our west. There's a front out across central and western Kansas. The farther these storms get from that front, they can't keep their energy. So that's why they haven't made it in here. They're just kind of staying out to the west. A little bit of Gulf moisture will give us a pop-up random thunderstorm or two as we go through the next few days. Let's walk through time. We're going to stop tomorrow morning here 6 a.m. Mid 70s. Quick warm up. Thankfully not as windy as what we have seen over the past couple days. Mid 80s, maybe upper 80s by noon. Once we get into your afternoon, look at these hit-miss spotty thunderstorms. 95, 90-ish% of you guys will end up staying dry for Wednesday. Anything that fires up will be gone once we lose the heating of the day. Lower 70s to start Thursday. Heat up again, upper 80s to near 90. But something a little bit different. Thunderstorms getting a little closer to us Thursday evening. They're going to fall apart as they try to work in, but it does look like some should at least get in southeastern Kansas, maybe our northern counties, Thursday night into Friday morning. So over the next day or so, we're going to start to focus on that. Heat indices once again tomorrow, upper 80s to near 90. The way it feels to your skin. Heat index again on Thursday, upper 90s to near 100 degrees. Day planner on your Wednesday, 75 to start, 88 by noon, high temp, 90 degrees. Let's go into your weekend. I think it's going to be mainly dry, smidge hotter, probably 92s across the region. Much of the same on Sunday, about 92 for afternoon highs, mainly dry. But here comes the front. Sags in on Monday. This is going to give us showers, thunderstorms, Monday, Tuesday, maybe into Wednesday. But the key with this, it drops our humidity and it drops our temperatures a little bit for next week, which is the first week of July. So we got 90 tomorrow, 90 on Thursday, 92s as we head into the weekend. Let's look down the road. You can see Thursday and Friday, which next Thursday is the day before the 4th. Friday is the 4th of July. So temperatures, at least it's not going to be hot as a firecracker.
Yeah. And if we get a bit of rain before then, that'd be a good thing. It would reduce the fire hazard. Thanks, Doug. There are 78 new raised garden beds at the Ozark Food Harvest Food Bank farm. The food bank says all these improvements are thanks to a nearly $200,000 grant. The farm grows more than 14,500 pounds of fresh produce annually for families facing hunger. The upgrades also included a new remote-controlled irrigation system. All this is going to reduce pest habitats, improve volunteer and visitor safety, and provide more produce. Organizers say that means more nutritious food on the plates of the people they serve.
The way produce is, as soon as you harvest it, it's kind of on the decline, a slow downhill towards compost, and that's just the nature of fresh food. So to be able to get the freshest food that we can to our agencies that are serving our neighbors is such a special gift.
Grant money also paid for a new 1-ton capacity cargo van. There you see it. It's going to double the amount of fresh produce and garden equipment Ozarks Food Harvest can transport across its 28 county service area. Still ahead, the Thunder celebrate their NBA championship with a parade in Oklahoma City. And the Joplin Outlaws return to Joe Becker Stadium to face the Piney Woods Timberhawks. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
The Joplin Outlaws are off to a 16-6 start to their season, which has them tied for first place in the Mid-America League entering today. Early start at Joe Becker Stadium, 12:05 first pitch between the Outlaws and the Piney Woods Timberhawks. Were scoreless in the top of the third. Timberhawks with a runner on first, and Cy Darnell snags that line drive at short, then quickly fires to first in time for the double play. Nice play from the Missouri Southern sophomore. Then Outlaw starting pitcher Blake Sebastian gets a swinging strikeout to end the frame. We'd stay scoreless into the top of the fourth, and that's when former Outlaw and last year's playoff MVP C.J. Sapicki starts things with a double. Next batter, Keslin Douglas hits a chopper that gets through the infield. Sapicki will score, and Piney Woods strikes first. It's 1-0. They don't stop there. Later in the inning, base is loaded, and Dalen Pena smashes it to deep left center. Ravon Morgan tracking it to the wall, but it gets out for a grand slam. That gives the Timberhawks a 6-0 lead. Outlaws come back to force extras, but Piney Woods takes it. Final score 7-6. Meanwhile, over at Pittsburgh High School, another graduate from the class of 2025 signs today to continue her academic and athletic careers at the next level. Heather Mowdy will be keeping her talents here in the 4 states. She's joining the softball program at Coffeyville Community College and says it just seems like the perfect fit.
I really liked the coaches. This was their first year this last season, and they're really trying to rebuild the program, and I like what they're wanting to do with the program, and so that was a big motivator, and I just liked the campus and all of the staff, and they were all really friendly.
And Pittsburgh State Athletics announces today they've broken ground on a new location which will serve as the dedicated facility for the Gorillas track and field programs. It's located between the Bicknell Family Center for the Arts and the Crossland Technology Center. PSU anticipates construction will be finished by March of next year. And this morning, thousands of fans line the street in Oklahoma City as the Thunder have a parade and rally to celebrate their 2025 NBA championship. For a team that's only been in Oklahoma City since 2008, the Thunder have garnered quite the fan base in those 17 years. Today serves as a coronation for the 2024-25 Thunder. They were the best team in the NBA for the entire regular season, then took everything the rest of the league could throw at them in the playoffs and came away still standing as champions.
It's special, man, to be able to experience with your family, experience it with the community. That's been great for us all season. Something really special.
I don't know what to say. Thank you guys so much. Don't ever forget this. Like, moments in life like this, they don't come and go often. Make sure you guys enjoy this moment with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Everyone that helped you and us get here. And don't forget who they are. Don't ever turn your back on them. Just like us as a team, just like us as a community, just like us as a city of Oklahoma. We love you guys.
I don't think anybody that was there is going to be forgetting that anytime soon. And now, of course, after today, it's nice to celebrate, but the focus then turns towards repeating next year.
It's always next year.
Yep.
We'll be right back. Some super teachers were recognized today by the Southwest Center for Educational Excellence in Webb City. 13 nominees from districts all across Southwest Missouri were honored at the Regional Teacher of the Year celebration. The committee, made up of area educators and community members, helped select 2 of the nominees to represent Southwest Missouri in the statewide competition for Missouri Teacher of the Year. Organizers say it's important to recognize the impact of teachers who often go underappreciated.
That's what the Southwest Center does. We celebrate teachers, and that's our whole purpose, is to make teachers understand how important they are.
The 2 teachers who will compete at the state level are Jennifer Shook from Verona and Carrie Mattingly from the Wheaton School District. Our congratulations to both of them and to all of the teachers who were honored today.
Absolutely.
It's hot out there, Doug.
It is, and it's going to stay hot as we go through the next several days. Kind of hanging out in that 90 to 92 range, heat index in that 96 to 100 range. Couple random little storms the next few days. I think there's a better chance for widespread showers and thunderstorms early next week. Plus, 80s popping up, which is better than 90s.
Wasn't that long ago when 80s sounded hot. Now it sounds like a relief. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.